$1.26 million. That's how much the average American thinks they'll need to retire comfortably. But the median retirement savings? Just $87,000. So, what's going on? Are we all doomed or just bad at math? And stay with me because later, I'll break down exactly how much you should be saving each month based on your age so you can actually get there. So, where does that 1.26 million number come from? It's based on surveys, like the one from Northwestern Mutual in 2025. They asked over 4,500 adults, and the average retirement goal was $1.26 million. Funny thing is, this number actually dropped from $1.46 million last year, thanks to inflation slowing down, from a whopping 9.1% in June 2022 to just 2.4% recently. That's a big difference. Now let's talk about whether people are on track. The median retirement savings right now is around $87,000, and that's it. The average 401k balance, about $132,000, and IRAs are around $127,000. But here's the problem. There is a huge gap between what people actually have saved and what they think they need. Over half of Americans believe they could run out of money during retirement. And if you look at the timeline, people tend to start saving way later than they should. So what age did you actually start saving? Be honest. Ideally, you want to start in your 20s, but most people don't start thinking about retirement until they're in their 30s or even 40s. So why is confidence in retirement savings falling? Well, a big reason is the stock market. In 2025, we saw some significant drops. The S&P 500 dropped 10%, the Nasdaq was down 15%, and the Dow Jones was down 8%. And let's not forget about Social Security. For Gen X especially, there is a lot of uncertainty about whether it'll even be there when they retire. Plus, more and more people rely on their personal savings, not pensions, to fund their retirement. And that can be a scary thought. In fact, one survey said Gen X may need a miracle to retire. So it's no surprise that more and more people are concerned about their financial future. So what should you actually be saving for retirement? Well, of course, it depends on your goals, but here are some solid strategies and benchmarks to guide you. First off, the standard advice is to save 15% of your pre-tax income every year for retirement. This is a general rule of thumb recommended by financial experts like Fidelity. But saving 15% doesn't guarantee that you'll hit your target. It's just a good baseline. Some people may need to save more, especially if they start later or have bigger retirement goals. Another key benchmark is aiming to have 10 times your income saved by the time you retire. That might sound like a lot, but let's break it down and look at this timeline that Fidelity made. So for instance, if you're earning $50,000 a year, you'd want to have $500,000 saved by the time you retire. If you're making $100,000, that target would be $1 million. The idea here is that this amount, combined with other income streams like Social Security, will likely give you a decent standard of living during retirement. Now, one of the most important aspects of retirement planning is how much you can safely withdraw once you retired. This is where the 4% rule comes in. The 4% rule is a simple guideline that suggests you can withdraw 4% of your savings after adjusting for inflation each year in retirement without running out of money. So if you've saved $1.26 million, you could safely withdraw about $50,000 a year. This rule is based on historical data, which shows that a 4% withdrawal rate would have allowed retirees to last 30 years or more without depleting their funds. So what's a solid personalized estimate of what your goal should be? Multiply your annual spending by 25, and that's a rough version of your retirement goal. So let's look at some numbers to get a sense of how much you should be saving. If you start saving at 20 and aim to hit that $1.26 million goal by retirement, you'd need to save about $330 per month. But if you wait until you're 30, you'd need to ramp that up to around $695 per month to reach the same target by the time you retire. The earlier you start saving, the more time your money has to grow thanks to compound interest. But of course, not everyone's retirement plan looks the same. Some people may be comfortable with a lower target, especially if they plan to live in a lower cost area, move to a cheaper country, or downsize their lifestyle. For instance, retirees who move to countries with lower living costs, like Portugal or Mexico, might need far less saved up to live comfortably. And likewise, living in an expensive state like California or New York could require a larger nest egg to maintain a similar standard of living. So, if you're looking at your retirement savings and feeling a bit behind, don't panic too much. It's all about understanding where you are, adjusting your strategies, and making smart choices going forward. Whether that's saving more, cutting expenses, or planning for a lifestyle change, there's still time to course correct.